What is up, guys? Mr. Ninja Star 75 here today, and today we are going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Super Episode 28, which I consider the first real episode of Super, since the previous were just rehash. But before we get started, if you were someone who wasn't into Super before and just didn't watch it because they were retellings of movies, I get that. But now is the time to come back, because this episode is one of the best, if not the best episode of Super, hands down. It is new, it is perfect, the animation's animation's pretty okay, and all around a good episode. And this is coming from somebody who didn't even like Super previously, but now I just... my hype for the show has begun. This is what it should have been like in July of last year, when it was beginning for the first time. Okay, first let's get started. This episode is mainly like kind of giving the backstory of like Champa and Vados, and how Goku, Vegeta meet Champa and Vados for the first time, and you know, Beerus and Champa, they have like a little meetup again, and so does Vados and Whis. It's the plot seems a little bit kind of like a setup, but it's an entertaining setup, hands down. Because not only does it deliver so much humor and entertainment, it also paces pretty well. Like, it's at the end of the episode, Champa already announces the tournament with his 5 fighters, and obviously Beerus picks Goku and Vegeta, and yeah. The episode starts off with Goku and Vegeta training with Whis again, and this time they're using weighted training clothes and doing 50,000 one-handed sit-ups. It's really entertaining, but then Champa appears. And, oh my gosh, this guy is just... he's pretty much a savage. Like, this dude, he just... I don't know. Just watch the episode for yourself. You will love him, and I think I like him as much as Beerus. And Vados is awesome too. But now, that gets Beerus' attention. He's like, "Why are you on my planet?" And that was a horrible Beerus impression, by the way. So yeah, that gets Beerus' attention. You know, they have a little, like, things. Like, Goku's like, "Hey, is that a new technique from Beerus or something?" And he's like, "That." And, you know, they just meet up and blah, blah, blah. Beerus is like, "What are you doing on my planet?" And they just, you know, talk and stuff. And then Vados introduces them, like, to Goku and Vegeta. They have a little bit of a feast and stuff like that. She's like, "Oh, yes, blah, blah, blah. There's your god of destruction." And Goku's like, "Who's stronger?" Like, Goku, Geekdom said this on his video. Goku's pretty much just defining what the fan base is thinking. He's like, "So which is stronger?" And Vados is like, "That's a stupid question. Well, I guess by the physical appearance." They're aware of Champa. They, like, acknowledge Champa's fatness, which, I mean, I'm not one for those jokes, but it is kind of funny. And then, you know, they have a little meet-up, and then Champa and Beerus, they still argue over, like, and Champa, he just loves the Earthlings' food. Like, he's like, he wants to dislike it, but he just can't. He's like, what? No, this food is horrible, or something. No, I don't speak Japanese. I just figured that's what he'd sound like in English dub. So anyways, you know, then Beerus and Champa, they just have like a random, like, you know, Vados explains the universes and stuff, which, I mean, in Battle of Gods, Whis already explained that there were 12 universes in total, but in Super, he didn't mention that up until now. So, if someone has, like, never seen Battle of Gods or Resurrection F, they probably wouldn't have been aware of that until now. They're like, "Who's that fat Beerus?" And they're like, yeah, so... onto that, then Beerus and Champa, Beerus is like, "We don't ever get along, do you?" Then they just have, like, a mini fist fight, which, I mean... then Vados and Whis have to, like, break it up, and then it's like, one god of destruction may not hurt the other, because, you know, so-and-so, blah, 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 because it might destroy 6th and 7th universe. So, yeah, and then Champa decides, because, you know, Champa's like, "Oh my gosh, their Earth is amazing. What's our Earth like, Vados?" And she shows them that their Earth was pretty much destroyed because apparently the Earthlings, while Universe 6 and 7 are like twins, they also are kind of polar opposites. Like, the Earthlings apparently had like a civil war of some sorts and ultimately eliminated their own race. So, and then, Champa decides, you know what, I want their Earth. So, he does that change with Beerus where he's like, if U6 wins the team, then, what was I gonna, you can have the 7 Super Dragon Balls. Oh yeah, he explains them. You can have the 7 Super Dragon Balls, and then if, U7 wins, or no, sorry, U6, Champa's team, they exchange Earths, and Champa gets there. So then they choose the fighters. Beerus obviously chooses Goku and Vegeta, and I'm telling you, this arc will be awesome. This is already the first real episode of Super, and I have a feeling this arc is going to be awesome. Yes, I know it sounds like I'm kind of fanboying and rambling and stuff, but like when Dragon Ball Super is good, it's good. So yeah. What do you guys think of the episode? Comment down below what you think of it, and peace out, guys. See you later.